Welcome back to the channel, everyone. We are going to jump right back into our budget rogue ladder climb. No epics, legendaries, or adventures. Okay. One thing I did want to bring up was, for some reason, I checked the equivalent time from where I live in Australia, by the way, to the East Coast and the West Coast of the US. And it just so happens that around 7:21 a.m. in Australia, it's after school finishing time in the East Coast. It's about 3 p.m. On the West Coast, it's a little earlier. This might be worth keeping against a face hunter. Now, I just wonder how the timing, and I'll put the link in the show notes, the website that I use. I just wonder how the timing affects the player base of Hearthstone. I'm sure it does. I'm sure. I think I coin weapon. It may be deleterious to my health, but I think that's the ideal play, because I think he'd just ignore the Buccaneer and get an extra 2 damage in my face, and I'll eventually have to clear it with my weapon anyway. Plus I have the Earthen Ring, so I can heal up. So what was I going to say? Yeah, so what do you guys think? What do you guys think about the changing demographics throughout the day? And only Blizzard has the actual numbers. Do I swing? No, not yet. Only Blizzard has the actual numbers of player base and where they are. And obviously, I play on the NA server. Well, I don't know if this is the NA server, quote unquote, but the Americas server. And I'm sure things will be quite different on other servers. Sap is a little awkward here. 3 mana Leok. No, I don't want him to have a 3 mana Leok. Okay, clear one of these. There's nothing I can do about taking less damage. This is okay. Being able to heal up for 3, and this challenges both the Leok and the Spider. Although it won't take down the Leok. Okay, let's see. This is definitely face. This is definitely face. I don't know. I'm gonna need to find a fan. That's actually pretty good for me because. I think I need to clear the Brave Archer. I'm sensing that he's going to empty his hand, and the double damage to face will kill me. It's worth taking the 3 now rather than taking 3 in the face and then shoot, which is 7 total damage. Which makes the Brave Archer is a nice card, but it requires a very specific hunter deck. And, if I played more hunter, I'd probably experiment with something like that, but it's not my style. Okay, I have a Senjin and I have a Blade Flurry. This is a little slow. I may just go down to the face pressure here. It's a little slow. Sap. I think I'm gonna have to sap the Leok. Everything else is a little too slow. Sapping the Leok also heals me for 1, but I'm pretty sure I'm dead to double skill command. At least taking the Leok off the board takes out the opportunity of double skill command on this turn, on that turn 6. I didn't really think about that, but yeah. Do I want to play a little more defensively, given that it's after school time in the East Coast? Do I? I think we stick with it for a little while. I think we're done here, though. I don't think I'm going to win this game. The Hunter just got a really fast start, and I had to weapon up. Yeah, I think we're done. There's not much I can do. There's 7. Yeah, there's 7. Anything will kill me, and I'm sure something will kill me. So, let's just see. Are you going to... we're done. Not going to give you the satisfaction, my friend. Let's just queue up again. If we lose to more face hunters, I'll think about putting some tech in. Phew. Okay, good. For a moment there, I thought we'd queue up into another face hunter, but this is good. I am happy to see that it is at least mages don't have skill command; they have skill ball. Okay, that's probably not what it's meant to be called, but you know what I mean. 1 coin 1, 1 coin 1. 1 coin 1. That's okay. Let's try. They have Skill Ball, in which case they have Skill Ball and Skill Bolt. The situation in which you have a Fireball, Frostbolt. If your opponent is at 15, say after an Alexstrasza on turn 9, and you have a Fireball, Frostbolt, well, you just get skill damage to the face. Now, you know, yeah, maybe it takes work to get a player down. You're going to double ping. That would be great for me if you double pinged. And I'm going to swing. I'm assuming this is aggressive. I don't have a turn 3 play, so it's likely that I'll weapon up. And even if I don't, I'll still have the 1 charge left over. So yeah, if against aggressive decks, I like to swing more liberally because the damage might make a difference. Yeah, you're slowing yourself down a lot. I wonder what's going on. Is this some sort of freeze deck or some sort of grinder deck? I was just playing casually the other day, and one of the decks that I have issues with, and I'll put the link in the show notes, is the Mage grinder deck. And I'll put a link to Strifecro playing it as well. But I think he played it before LOE came out. Deck list. It just feels really it feels really uninteractive to play that grinder deck.
Here we go.
Like you stall, and then you drop some Moltens, and then you echo. I don't know, like, I'm not sure. Maybe I just haven't thought enough about what would counter it, but it definitely owns the hell out of my rogue. So I'll have to think about that. I know where Blizzard is coming from when they say they want more interactive decks. Now, whether that actually means more minion combat is up to interpretation. If only it was turn 6. I think I'll do this. Yeah. Now this thing either goes face or kills one of my guys. If he goes face, I gain a lot of board control. I would be very tempted to kill one of the guys, even though the freeze effect on a rogue is excellent. I can still do a 2 damage blade flurry, even without swinging. So it's not too bad. It's not too bad for it to freeze me. Pardon me, just drinking some coffee there, waking me up in the morning. Yeah, so the grinder list, and I'm sure some of you guys would have faced the grinder list. I don't know, and the same as Freeze Mage, grinder list and Freeze Mage, and I'll put some links. I'll put some links to Strifecro playing Freeze, and he talks about how Thaurissan is a problematic card, and I really agree with his opinion there. Okay, this is the greedy play. You know what? I'm going to do a full clear. Is it too much to do a full clear? No, it's not. You played greedy, you're going to lose your board. Although I get slowed down quite a lot for turn 7. But we're looking okay. I mean, we've got 2 minions on the board. This is worthy of a flame. Actually, probably not worthy of a Flamestrike, but if you don't Flamestrike, you're going to want to ping this. You get a 5-drop play. Yeah, there's no Flamestrike. That doesn't preclude the Flamestrike in the hand. There may be a Flamestrike in the hand. Gotta think about that. Okay, I can challenge that, it's fine. You're gonna throw out a load of mechs, that's fine. The thing you gotta remember about Mech Warper, I will clear it though. I was thinking I'll leave the Mech Warper up. But the thing you gotta remember about Mech Warper is if your opponent's hand is small, or if it's past the mulligan, the hand may actually be full of spells. So anti-mech mage tech. And I don't know if this is actually good tech or not. You can consider leaving the Mech Warper up if Mage's hand is small. Maybe yes, maybe no. It's hard to say. I often do. If the Mage has only got 1 or 2 cards in hand, they're not guaranteed. Ooh, that's not bad. I think I just go for a slow value play here. This will challenge the thing. This plus my weapon will challenge the spider tank. If I get Flamestruck here, I can use the North Sea. This deck appears to have... My deck appears to have draw issues. I'll see. Give it a couple more games and see how it goes. Is that fire? You're gonna fireball? Okay, no, that's good. Whenever a mage uses their removal on your minions, that's a good thing because it means they can't do the skill the 10 mana skill, 15 damage skill combo. Ooh, that's a great target for my Kraken. Yeah. Whenever you see a mage spending removal on minions, you are doing well. And I think in that, ooh, that's excellent. That's exactly what I needed to find. That sprint pickup
Job's done.
finishes out my end game. Doesn't mean I won't lose. There may be some sort of Antonidas in there, but I don't think he has any spare parts. Antonidas combos really well with things like Clockwork Gnome, and that thing that gives you a spare part. 3-drop, 3/3 buffs to a 4/4 gives you a spare part. The name slips my mind. Don't know what it's called. Yeah, so I don't think there's an Antonidas in this deck, just given how little spare part synergy I'm seeing, but I won't rule it out. There may very well be a Pyro in this deck, given that there's no Antonidas. Interesting. I could sap that. I don't want to sap that, but I'll see what options I get. I don't think I need to sap it. I will play defensively. This sort of sets up semi-lethal. This is 12. Plus 1, 2, 3, 6 potentially. 12 plus... too much to think about. I'll think about it when it's my turn. Yeah, rogue lethals come out of nowhere, but it requires quite a lot of thinking. Pardon me. Plus the buff can actually fall on the Buccaneer, which is problematic. Actually, ooh, I can't quite do that, but I think what I can do is sap this weapon. Get the guaranteed damage. Make a huge blood sale. And we threaten lethal. Very weak to Flamestrike. I don't know if there's a Flamestrike in this deck. It seems quite aggressive, the deck. But there may well... Mages... I mean, if I was running this deck, maybe I'd think about putting one Flamestrike, or at least what I would do is Explosive Sheep Ping. And that's a really reliable clear as well. Okay, what are you going to do? Okay, you're playing defensively. That's good. No Flamestrike. That's why sap is good. And we're almost done. We're almost done. Perhaps I should have saved that for the next turn. But getting the buff on the weapon, I don't think this deck runs Ooze. I'm not too afraid of Ooze. The only thing I should be afraid of is the freeze effect. But he needs to develop a freeze minion on the board for it to matter. So this is looking pretty good, although my opponent's hand is large. Flamestrike won't save you because I have a 4/4 weapon. So, Mr. Dank Lord God, who says well played at the start of the game, well played to you. Let's see what you do. Sheep? I would sheep that.
They'll never know what.
Nope. Nope. Whoops. Didn't work out for you, did it? Always feels so good when someone, I mean, it appears that they BM you, and you kick their asses. You know, always feels great. Okay, let's take a quick... Oh, no, let's just keep playing. What am I thinking? Yeah, so often, you know, you always hear the BMs and the well-playeds and the I'm sorries from the players who think there's an auto win against Rogue. You get, I seem to get that a lot. These are both good. I don't want to keep both, however. I think they both have their merits. I think Blood Sail is actually better because this combos with Blade Flurry. I could be wrong. Let me know what you think. Yeah, this is not too bad a hand. There was also merit to keeping the auto barber just as a 3-drop, but here we go. We picked up a 3-drop, so quite happy about that. Yeah, so I was thinking just about the upside of BM, not BM, but these emotes, which, and I've said before on Reddit. And if you want to find me on Reddit, Reddit link, it's in the about page, and I put it in the show notes. Find No Dust contributions on Reddit. I've said this on Reddit before. Jaina is one of the most annoying. Well, no, it's not not that she's annoying. It just sounds very smug. The smugness of her, you know, well played, and I don't know. It's just like, come on, man. That's why Jaina for me is auto squelch. You play Jaina or it's not even hunters. I don't even like hunters. Like, where to play? That's fine. I don't care. You know, sometimes I forget to squelch hunters. I never forget to squelch Jaina. And this has nothing to do with, wow, a sinister strike on my face, as Trump would say. Yeah, let's do this. I think, actually, is it worth healing this? Does it take it out of range? It takes it out of range of trade ping. Yeah, let's do it. I'm not going to backstab. I've said before on this channel, backstab is premium removal for premium minions. That's my approach. If it's not like a higher value minion from the mage, such as a Sork's Apprentice, what are you playing at? What the heck? You didn't develop anything. There's probably a Doomsayer in there, which means this is a better develop than the Gnomish. On top of the Gnomish being quite slow and better later game. And I've said before, the later you play Gnomish, the better. The later you play card draw in general, the better, because you have more mana left over. Okay, that's pretty good. I'm not afraid of the damage. This is a great time to develop assassins. This deck could very well have an ooze. It feels more of a less complete deck. It's fine actually. So at this point, it's not premium. That bomber is not premium. The thing that I backstab, but it becomes a premium clear because it challenges both my shredder and my earthen ring. By clearing the bomber with my high tempo backstab, I stand to gain a 7 extra damage from protecting my my board, and that's often a really good. That's often the right choice. Like if you're using removal to protect your board, using removal to protect your board is so much more powerful than. I think I bring this down to 1 health, asking for the ping, and I push out a ton of Divine Shield stuff. This is protected against Blizzard, sort of protected against Blizzard, protected against coin Flamestrike. And I don't remember whether my opponent used the coin. This is a more straight up, I think it feels more like a beginner account, a mage with, you know, just cobbled together a deck, like a value deck from things that he or she could find. Nothing like a net decked face hunter or net decked mage, as for our previous BMing mage player. So this is a much more straight up, not straight up, but like less predictable. It is less predictable. That's one of the benefits to playing Shadow Path. Well, let's clear this and see what happens. Okay, it's not a death rattle based. Did I have lethal? I think I still have lethal. I will run. What do I not mind being destroyed? This one, I think. Okay, Frost Barrier is fine. And you know what? I think I just play this vanilla. I'm sensing a Flamestrike, and even though most of my board will survive, I don't want to commit this to the Flamestrike. You always have to remember for mages, turn 7, there are a number of key turns. If you play enough Hearthstone, you'll learn that there are a number of key turns against certain types of decks. Against mages, turn 7 is Flamestrike turn. Also against mages, I usually face freeze mages. Turn 5 is Frost Nova Doomsayer. So there's the Flamestrike. That's fine because I still have lethal on the board, I think. Yeah, they're still lethal. And this is like, ooh, nice. Yeah, there are a number of key turns. So if you want me to talk about some more key turns, you know, I'll talk about them as the games progress. But I'm happy to talk about them individually as well. Alright, we've got some victories under our belt. Let's record a win. It seems like we're doing pretty well. Let's hop right back in. Yeah, so if you like to think about the game sort of really analytically, like I clearly do, maybe not, maybe I'm just an idiot who makes videos on the internet, it's useful to think about key turns. And after a while, you sort of internalize it. So this, I've played enough so that I internalize turn 7 is, I don't even really think about it sometimes. Turn 6 is Blizzard, play around Blizzard. Turn 7 is Flamestrike, play around Flamestrike. And there's a lot of nuance there as well. Sometimes you want to sort of play into it to tease out the Flamestrike. It's hard to explain without actual examples. So we'll do the actual examples as we play. Okay, seems like a tempo, man. This is, what the heck? Okay. I want to force out the ping. There was a consideration to daggering up, but trade-in ping slows them down a lot. And this was a really poor, unstable portal, sorry. Really? You're going to protect? You're going to protect your whelp? No, didn't think so. Good. And Earthen Ring healing for nothing is fine here. This is not a face hunter. I'm not too fussed about how much health I gain. So just seeing and another really useful way to approach the game is being able to tell the key net decks from just the first or second play of your opponents. So unstable portal up plus secret leads me to believe it makes me think this is a tempo deck. Now there's nothing for me to do here aside from Gnomish. It could be a mirror entity, and that's fine. That's fine, because I gain more value from the Gnomish than he does, because I draw the card, whereas a mirror entity Gnomish doesn't draw the card. So what he's actually getting is a 3-cost minion, whereas I get the full value of the 4-cost minion. So playing card draw into mirror entity, what you think is mirror entity, there we go. We got our backstab target. Excellent, excellent backstab target. And gives me a combo starter for Undercity Valiant as well. Gonna blow your wad, okay. So yeah, this leads that sort of hand leads me to believe there's definitely, and I won't deadly up here. I think, yeah, I can deadly. I have space to deadly up next turn. So it's often useful to hide the deadly if you can afford to. Like it makes no real difference. How do I say? Let me collect my thoughts. Having the deadly after I've attacked, like showing the deadly now makes no difference on this turn. Showing the deadly next turn, like keeping it plays around ooze, plays around a number of things. And now I have space to actually, and then keeping it also gives me space to weapon up deadly on an emptier turn. Emptier turn meaning I'm not just developing a huge minion, and that looks like what my turn 7 is going to be. My turn 8 is pretty much set. Okay, unless you give me, ooh, that's quite nice. That's quite nice. I like that. I think I'll spend an eviscerate on this thing. Yeah, and I think I will hide the deadly still. I don't have lethal. I'll hide the deadly still. This will force out a ping. This is resistant to Flamestrike, so we're looking pretty strong again. Bloodlust will be really good if we get any more minions on the board. Plus I have Argent Horse Riders, the cavalry. Don't worry lads, the cavalry's here, yeah. Sap is fine. What does this add? Hold on, this is 7. Sap. Do I want to sap that? Or do I just want to... I think actually that I clear it. I give it the legit treatment. And I develop big force tanker. Now this is weak to poly, but you can't poly Flamestrike. You can poly ping, which is not bad. So this is weak to poly. You can poly Arcane Explosion or Arcane Missiles, which would be a RNG based clear, but might... Okay, sure. Okay, that's okay. I've got Blade Flurry for that. Okay, there's no poly coming. Okay, I think we're done. I think we're done? I don't know. Not quite. Oh no, we might be. No, not quite, not quite. Okay, so we flurry. And I go face. Do I sap this? Do I sap? No, I developed this. This sets up. He has to clear both. He has to poly this and clear this. Otherwise, I can weapon up and run the Exorcist in. We may still lose. This is not a confirmed position. Okay, good. Fireball. Yes, that's good. I could weapon. I'll take the weapon. I'll take the weapon hit. I'll take the weapon hit on this thing. It's fine. I don't think you'll be running.
Here we go.
Mirror entity? No. Okay. Is this a ice block? It's not a death rattle based thing. It's not a mirror entity. It could very well be an ice block. Now I have sap for that, so that's not too bad. But you draw me an extra card. Okay, so he's gonna forego this. It feels like this is a. So I'm going to sap this. Actually, if it's counter spell, I need to do this. It's not counter spell. I'm feeling.
Hey, give me that.
I'm feeling.
Here we go. Here we go.
Oh, it's an ice barrier. Okay, that's okay. That's fine. My line of play there was to play around ice block. It would have been disastrous for me to go face and leave the Arcanist up and have an ice block. I probably should have read the opponent's quality of deck more and come to the conclusion that it's probably not an ice block sitting in there. And we may lose from here because I don't think there are... Okay, let's spread out the buffs.
We must cleanse.
Now, there's a Flamestrike coming. Does it make a difference which one I buff? No, but buffing this, because Flamestrike will clear all of this anyway, but buffing this allows it to challenge the Belcher and not die. Buffing this still dies to the Belcher. All of it still dies to Flamestrike, so that was going to happen anyway. Yeah, so we haven't necessarily won. This is going to be it's going to be a more drawn out game. I need to find my sprint, and that will give us, I think, some tools to finish the game. That's the wrong order. If you're going to do card draw, and that's card draw, always draw first. Ooh, that's really nice. I will preserve my little guy. I'm dead to Fireball Ping. And you know, if I'm dead to Fireball Ping, well played to my opponent. You know, you stalled out the game enough. And I don't know if there's a second Fireball. There probably is, or I'm dead to Frostbolt Ping. So... if you drew out the game long enough to be able to pull that off, all power to you, man. Like, that's well played. You know, putting in the Belchers, I like the Belchers. That's part of the reason why I like using... what's it called? Okay, we're done. Yeah, well played. That's genuinely well played. I like this Damocles. Playing good play. Good ideas. Putting in good cards. I always like players who... Like, you can tell that they don't have a full deck. You can tell that they can't craft the meta, Face Hunter, Tempo Mage, etc., etc. But they're trying with the resources they have. And that's part of the fun. That's part of the reason why I do this. Okay, and let's buy a pack. So we have enough gold for a pack purchase. Now let me walk through. Okay, I got 180. I will buy one pack. I could actually do an arena, but no, this is not free to play, quote unquote free to play. This is budget. Okay, let's find some rares that I want. Let's look at rogue rares because the class rares. Okay, SI7 is excellent. Perditions is excellent. They both belong in the classic set. You can tell by the little thing down here. So SI7 is excellent. Perditions is excellent. What else? I think that already pushes me over the edge into classic set. I'm going to pick up an Argus, pick up an Azure. Yeah, I'm going classic set. And that's how I intend to approach this. And I'm going to tease you guys. Sorry, this is. I know this is a little bit clickbaity. Watch the next video, but I'm not going to open the pack, and I won't be able to open the pack either. We're going to wait until the next video to open the pack. So, gives me and you something to look forward to. Okay, so wrapping up. Thanks in advance for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. All of those good things. Did I record a win? I don't know. Someone can tell me in the comments. I think I did. I do this for the love. So yeah, thanks in advance for liking, commenting, sharing, all of that stuff. I do this for the love. Any gesture of appreciation from you guys means a lot to me. So until next time, I hope you guys have a lovely day, a lovely week. And this is No Dust signing off.